So we say grace and peace to the civilized wise remnant. Before we get into this next song, which is called To Find Her, to Love of Wisdom, we want to get into some basic current events. The program of supreme wickedness continues. The savage maniac program continues. This is why the true Messiah, Hamashiach, okay, also called certain so-called people of color in the first century devils and serpents. Just like, as you already know, what's going on in New Orleans, we have all these men walking around wearing woman's red dress, claiming that they're doing this to raise money, as if there's no other way to go about raising money. No, this is the same old evil demonic warfare, the attack on the minds of the young girls and boys. Yes, all this debauchery, immorality, satanic lasciviousness. You see, when they see these images, as you already know, these images of man wearing a big fat red dress, these images, they go inside the psyche of the mind of these little girls and boys, and they hoping that it will program their minds to convert into this satanic wickedness. So the so-called Negro man is the devil too as well, that's down with this evil. He's wicked. He's a demon inside a brown-skinned body. People like to think that it's only what they call so-called white people that are wicked. No, you have evil in all races. This roach, cockroach that look like you and me, okay, like Letitia James, Jasmine Crockett, they are devils. They are demons in brown-skinned bodies. Just like in Portland, Oregon, in the summertime, they allow women and men to ride their bicycles in the summertime butt naked for little boys and girls to see when they walk down the street with their parents. And the mayor of Portland, Keith Wilson, is in total agreement with men and women riding their bicycles butt naked in the summertime, okay, so the little children can see this, to try to indoctrinate and pervert the minds of the little boys and girls, to convert their minds into Sodom and Gomorrah resurrection evil. And they call it the celebration of the body positivity. It is clear as a glass of water that they're doing everything in their power to destroy humanity and these little boys and little girls.
Nobody talks about why you shouldn't live in Portland. We back with a series, man, and today we got the top 5 reasons why you shouldn't move to Portland, Oregon. Number 1, anything is accepted. I'm sorry, bro, but why do we have a naked bike race? Then the caption got the nerve to be, the official World Naked Bike Ride is back in Portland in 2025. When did we ask for this, bro? I never said I wanted a naked bike race. Yeah, I know this has been happening a long time, but I don't know when we started saying, yeah, let's just have naked bike. Bro, there's children outside. But I guess this is just cool for Portland, I guess. I'm not sure. Second on my list, we got shootings. Every day I wake up, I hear about something new. Every other day. Right here, 2 people shot, seriously injured in Old Town neighborhood, somewhere downtown Portland. And on top of that, it's summertime. We're supposed to be in shirts, shorts, etc. Bro, why are you walking around looking like this? Brother, it is summertime. Why are you walking around dressed like this? I kid you not, if I'm lying, I'm flying. You will see this fit on a Saturday night in Portland, Oregon. I promise you. If you go downtown Portland, you will see this fit. In first place, we got homelessness. Like, yo, bro, I should not walk down the street and see 30 tents lined up on one block. Like, yo, that's a little crazy. I understand we can't just like move everyone to one spot or get them all houses. But when bro is outside doing this, then it's like, alright, bro, we need to get these people help and get some serious reform, because this is crazy.
This is what these paid fake protesters are fighting for against the federal agents ICE. This is what wicked Letitia James is fighting for. This is what the Democratic Party represents. Evil, wicked, lawlessness, and murder and kill and blood spill. This is also what the cockroach, who goes by the name of Jasmine Crockett, who ain't nothing but a demonic agent, is fighting for also, and this so-called AOC wicked agent device. They are fighting also for the terrorists, Trende Agra, rapists, murderers, to stay in this country, to be used to murder and to destroy the citizens. And also the terrorist group called the cartel, evil demons, that they brought inside this country, to be used as a weapon of war against the citizens, to rape and to murder women, okay, to destroy as many people as possible. with their fentanyl fallen angel drugs, like they're doing in Philadelphia, Kensington neighborhood. It looks like an apocalyptic zombie doomsday neighborhood. And they want to play these sorcery, psychology, mental dumb games, such as this picture that we're looking at, where you have this ICE agent, okay, arresting this, what they call black teen, okay, having him pinned down on the ground, okay, arresting him. In spite of the fact they said he pleaded, saying that he's a American citizen and that he's legal. We know there's corruption in the law enforcement, but at the same time, many of these kids, these teenagers, they are wicked as hell, man. Some of them ain't nothing but demon seeds born from evil parents, okay, who had 20,000 demons inside their bodies when they was humping and pumping in those dirty beds, making all these demon babies. But Fox 5, CNN, ABC News, they don't want to talk about this. Letitia James don't want to talk about this. Okay, the cockroach Jasmine Crockett don't want to talk about this. Galvin Newsom don't want to talk about this. The devil Brandon Johnson don't want to talk about this. You know why? Because they down for the destruction of the people. They are enemies of the people. They are demons, man. They're agents. They're wicked. Also, we have, as we view this still picture inside this video, which proclaimed you have this evil Mexican president saying that the terrorists, demonic murderer, rapists, okay, baby killer cartels, oh, now they're giving out food to the people. I mean, you gotta be a fool to fall for this, man. The cartels ain't nothing but demonic, satanic terrorists, murderers, okay? They got the same spirit as Hernan Cortez and Francisco Pizarro when they came over here, them stinking demonic murderer, killer, rapist, murderer Spaniards when they invaded Central America and South America, okay? They were raping, they were killing, they were cutting off heads, okay? And they was burning up the Taínos alive. This is the same spirit that lives inside the demonic terrorist cartel. This is the same spirit, character, that's living inside the bodies of those that call themselves the Trendiaga, who ain't nothing but terrorist demons, and the MS-13, and even some brown people too as well, that look like you and me, got the same demonic satanic spirit as the satanic demonic conquistadors, enemy, terrorists, rapists, murderer, Spaniards from the 1500s. And I must say this, and you have, for those who this pertaineth to, and not those who this does not pertain to, you have these dumb, dingbat Israelites telling you for all these years that these are our people. They're telling you that the cartel terrorists are our people. They're telling you that the MS-13 are our people. They're telling you that the Trendiaga are our people. This is a damn lie. Right from Satan's mouth to your mouth. Their mindset, their phenotype, their DNA, okay, is totally different from us. They're not our people. This is a freaking lie. Their hair type, their body shape is totally different. Their DNA is connected with the European Spaniards, okay? You Israelites are lying that's still upholding these damn lies. You remind me, some of y'all, I'm talking about people of color right now, for those who this pertaineth to, you remind me of a cockroach agent that's working for Satan the serpent, hiding behind nationality, for those who this pertaineth to. This is basic fundamental common knowledge. The terrorist group called Trendiaga, the terrorist group called the cartels, the terrorist group called the Chicanos, and the European Mexicans, and the European Latinos, okay, all throughout Central and South America. They have an ancient, supreme biblical hatred against people of color. I'm going to repeat it again. They have a very ancient, biblical, BC, ancient hatred against people of color in North and Central and South America. They got the same exact spirit living inside their body that Cain had inside of him when he killed Abel. That's recorded in Genesis chapter 4 verse 8, which speaks about how Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him, murdered him, spilled his blood on the land. Just like you got this video out there where you have this European Mexican lady who works as a truck inspector, and she go into the back of the truck and she see all these dead bodies of these little children chopped up, the heads cut off, the legs cut off, the feet cut off. That is the work of the cartel terrorists. They do things like that.
This woman found a truck full of children's bodies. I mean, this is horrible. The horrifying incident took place at a gas station in Michoacan, Mexico, where the woman worked inspecting semi-trucks. But on this day, this specific truck pulled in and something seemed very off about the driver. He was very nervous, tense, and sweating profusely. The woman noticed that the truck's back door was slightly open, so she decided to take a look. She slowly opened the door and immediately burst into tears. Inside were hundreds of children's bodies piled on top of each other like food. She also saw a lot of blood on the floor, and that's when she noticed black plastic bags, and when she took a closer look, she noticed they were stuffed with severed limbs. They were filled with small arms, legs, and even heads. This video was taken shortly after, and she is seen gasping for air and can barely even stand up. And what's even more horrifying, just days after this video surfaced, this woman was found chopped up in a suitcase left in a parking lot. And next to her remains was a message saying, "This is what happens when you saw what you shouldn't have, don't..."
Meanwhile, there was 109 girls that was rescued from sex trafficking in Florida. Human trafficking girl, which Texas, and Florida are two major known states that's known for trafficking little girls and boys. So why didn't the dirtbag Jasmine Crockett address this issue? Why didn't Letitia James say anything about this critical matter? Along with the butt-naked protesters in Portland protesting against ICE to fight to keep the Trendiaga terrorist, rapist, murderer demons in this country to be used to destroy the citizen lives, to destroy little boys and girls' lives. Just like the woman named Laken Riley, who was a woman. She was a mother, she had children, who was raped and murdered by one of these terrorists. Just like Larisha Sherrill Thompson from South Carolina, Lancaster, for the month of May 2025. 6 demon terrorists, so-called Latinos, immigrants, no, not immigrants, terrorists, they murdered her. They shot her to death, man. She was a mother of 2 children. Now her children don't have a mother anymore. You see, this is nothing but the same old genocide program agenda. Just like they showed us in a movie called The Purge. These demonic terrorists, evil demons, who they gave the invitation to come into this country, along with the crime that already exists in this country. They invited them into the United States. They dispersed them throughout different states. They brought them into Chicago, South Chicago, put them inside the hood, the ghetto, mingled them in with our people in the buildings that are dead, and a lot of them are demons. That's why they don't speak out on these issues, because they're doing criminal activity. So a criminal cannot speak out against another criminal. That's why I'll say it again. A lot of people of color, man, with the exception of those who this don't pertain to, a lot of them ain't up with demons, man. They don't stand on the principle of righteousness. They don't care about how many little girls and boys have been killed by these terrorist demons in Chicago, South Chicago. I will repeat, I must put emphasis on this matter once again. During the Biden administration, there was an agreement made between the government in Venezuela and the Biden administration and his masters, Kamala Harris, and everybody else who we don't see that's involved with this genocide. Whether they look like you and me, whether they don't look like you and me. They took the rapists, murderers, gangs they call the Trendiaga terrorists out of the prison system from Venezuela. You can't tell me all these people came over here on boats. That's a lie. They flew them on some type of unmarked airplane, dumped them, into Chicago, in the hood, and mingled them among people that look like you and me, which a lot of them ain't you and me. I'm talking about the negative ones, not the positive ones. They put them among people of color in South Chicago, and many other places, different states and so forth. They gave them guns and they gave them bullets. How did they manage to get these guns and bullets so fast? Who gave them these guns and bullets? Just like it's known that they have dropped a lot of guns in the alleys of Chicago. The same way they drop off all these guns and bullets, okay, in the country of Jamaica, okay, by the seashore. So these wicked people of color, okay, that look like you and me, okay, can use these guns to unalive and to murder our people. You see, they all down with this genocide together. From the Democrats to Letitia James, to that cockroach named Jasmine Crockett, and that other cockroach called Karen Bass, okay, the mayor of Los Angeles, and Galvin Newsom, the governor, okay, of Los Angeles, and J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, and that other cockroach, Brandon Johnson Demon, which I hope the Most High put him in the lake of fire. Because them and their masters have made all these evil 666 demonic fallen angels' decision to cause people not to be here today. To cause many little boys, little girls, men, women, and old, okay, to be murdered by the hands of their terrorist agents. So you got these dumb, big mouth, okay, preachers supporting this genocide. You see? This is all genocide, people. It's all genocide. It's all premeditated. It's all genocide. This is what the movie Purge is all pertaining to. Okay? That's why they brought him over here. This is the assignment, okay, of the terrorists, so-called Trendy Agua gang, the MS-13, the cartels. Their assignment is to kill and to murder. That's their assignment. They take the tax people money and use it to finance their living condition. They live for free. They don't pay no bills while you pay all the bills. Your tax money is being used, okay, to pay for their free living, their free everything, free cars. And they get guns with bullets to be used to unalive little boys, little girls, old and young citizens. Yes, that's what this is all about. It's about genocide. It's about homicide. I'm going to say it again. This is about genocide, homicide. This whole thing you call sanctuary city is a damn lie. The biblical meaning of sanctuary represents something that's sacrilege, sacred, and holy. This is not no sanctuary city. This is murder city, man. This is rape, rob, murder city. This is sex trafficking city. This is using terrorist gang groups to sell fallen angel poison, fentanyl, drugs to destroy the people, their own people in Philadelphia, Kensington neighborhood, which looks like an apocalyptic zombie doomsday neighborhood. So we want to come to a full closure on this issue, to fade out into my commentary poetry song called To Find Her the Love of Wisdom. And we want to play a few video clippings pertaining to this matter, pertaining to this great evil, just to remind us what we're really dealing with. I know a lot of y'all know what time it is, but for those that don't know what time it is, okay, like the one with Jasmine Crockett, she said that if you commit a crime, that does not mean that you are a criminal. It's all in the mind.
I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset.
You see, these cockroaches are trying to do everything in their power to indoctrinate you to accept your own genocide. Because that's what this is really about. It's about genocide. And it's spiritual suicide for you to go along with this. So I want to say this pertaining to the cockroach Jasmine Crockett statement. Why don't you let the Trendy Agua terrorist gang hold you down, okay, for 700 hours and bang your booty out all night long, over and over again, and then after they finish with banging your booty out, okay, I want you to come back and make a video and say, Trendy Agua, bang my booty out. And what they did to me, okay, was not a crime. It was happy hour power. So this ain't about no black and white. This is about righteousness against wickedness, evil against good, darkness against the light. Because if a so-called white man rape a woman, if a so-called black man rape a woman, an Arab, a Chinese, an East Indian, in the eyes of the Most High, for you that understand, they are all defined as wicked criminals, not by their ethnicity or their race, but because of the wicked satanic act. So if a man of color rape, or rather murder, a woman or a man unjustly, a Spaniard, okay, an African, East Indian, Chinese, okay, Japanese, Arab, if they all commit these same crimes, in the eyes of the Most High, they all guilty, not accordingly to their race or bloodline, but because of the wicked satanic terrorist act. Now let's get into a couple video clippings. The first video clipping is pertaining to this so-called Negro woman who's supposed to be married, okay, who says that she dates other women, which is a Gomorrite, and that her husband have no problem with it. The next video is pertaining to them indoctrinating little baby boys and girls to become sodomites with their gay BCs. Not ABCs, gay BCs. This is wickedness to its highest degree. The next video will be pertaining to this fat hoghead preachers who's advocating, okay, this whole immigration, genocide, homicide program. Like I said before, a lot of these fathead preachers has been paid to reinforce this evil agenda. Okay, furthermore, Christianity, with the exception of the few that are real with it, Christianity is a freaking joke, man. It's a freaking clown show. You can't take these fathead preachers serious. The ancient prophet Isaiah called them dumb dogs. You see, they work for Caesar. They just like Judas, who took the 30 pieces of silver. So let's look at this. Galvin Newsom, who's the governor of Los Angeles. Karen Bass, who's the mayor of Los Angeles. You got Jasmine Crockett, the Democratic cockroach. You got Letitia James, another Democratic cockroach. Okay, you got Al Sharpton. You got their agents, okay, broadcasting lies, fake news, Fox 5, CNN, NBC. You got several of these dumb rappers who ain't nothing but bed wenches. They bed wenches. They bed wenches. They paying them to reinforce their evil agenda. They there to indoctrinate you, okay, to embrace your own demise, to embrace the genocide. That's what this is about. It's about genocide, homicide. Every last one of them are singing the same song. All they know how to say is Trump, Trump, Trump. Ice, ice, ice. Trump, Trump, Trump. Ice, ice, ice. Trump, Trump, Trump. They care nothing about your little babies, okay, getting kidnapped by these evil terrorists and having their organs ripped out of their body. They could care less if you live or die today. They could care less if your husband died. They could care less if his wife died. If you have a son and daughter, they could care less if your sons and daughters are shot to death by one of these terrorists that they invited into this country. I will repeat again, which they're using your tax dollars, okay, to finance them, to kill you and to murder you. How many women during the Biden administration, Kamala Harris and their boss, how many women have they raped and murdered during the past administration? How many? How many? Not just Lake and Riley. I'm not saying nothing against Lake and Riley or Letitia Sherelle Thomas. How many women? We don't even know the half, man. Every day in this country, little boys and girls go missing. Every day. Every day, a little girl or boy is getting kidnapped, murdered, their organs being ripped out of their body, or their bodies being chopped up from Dr. Butcher terrorists. And all they can say is, Trump, 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 ice, 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 Trump, 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 ice, 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 Trump, 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 ice, ice, ice. So I want to end on this token, and then we're going to get into my commentary poetry song called To Find Her, the Love of Wisdom, of Revelation chapter 13, verse 9 and 10, coming from the Supreme Being Creator's perspective, which says, If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, with the word saints come from the Latin word sanctos, which means holy ones. So when it talks about captivity, it's not only talking about those, okay, who played a part in captivity, which they say the white man, even though there's no such thing as white people on the earth, okay, it was particular people. It was not everybody. It was particular people that participated with the monstrosity atrocities. You have the wicked Arabs that participated with the sub-Saharan slave trade. You had the wicked mulattoes that participated. You had these fake so-called Native American Indians that migrated from the Bering Straits, okay, that would put us over in Russia location, that joined up with the Confederate military, that played a part with our ancestors' demise. You had so-called Negroes who held some of our ancestors as slaves. So this thing is deep, man. It's deep. And you had to be rich and wealthy to have land, to have slaves. So it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That's talking about everybody that played a part from past generations to this generation right now, who've played this part in this earth of murdering and spilling the blood of innocent men and women. Just like what's going on in Nigeria right now with the wicked, evil, demonic, satanic Fulanis. Not all of them, but the ones that are doing this, that are murdering, straight up murdering women and men that want to live their life according to the Most High's Torah. And what is the Nigerian president doing? He's basically just looking the other way and saying he don't give a damn. The Most High Supreme Creator, He has the answer to these crimes. With all the blood that has been spilled all over the world, and all the blood that's continuously being spilled all over the world by these evil, demonic, satanic terrorists. Bless you. Be strong. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them deceive you. This is all about homicide, genocide.
Ooh, y'all, let's yap about how I came home to my mama. So y'all got to see me video chatting with my dad and telling him that I date women and my husband and I are still together and he's supportive. But I can't lie.
My recent rating of the KBCs has ruffled a lot of feathers, so let's get into it. The number one question I've been getting is why? Why would you read this to a child who's not going to be experiencing romantic love or desire?
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago.
OnlyFans star Bonnie Blue claims she has set a world record for...
You would have kicked Jesus out of this country. He didn't have the right papers. If you can look at the
animation, intellectual concession, lesson, photon, intergalactic malediction, manifestation, reincarnation, esoteric renunciation, exoteric extraction, misconception, modern misrepresentation into a de facto wicked Babylonian criminal corporation, to logic, fabrication, no relation, lies, natural interconnection, but three-dimension illusion, false buffoonery, imagery, religiosity, inhumanity, as our humanity, generation, absolutely zero tolerance for thy chemistry, making mockery, be eternally be their penalty. They don't deserve the Holy Spirit. I am.
Dragons in the valley.
about you.
Authenticity, honesty, dignity, integrity, no complexity, sincerity. The future paradise, trustworthy, does not allow any dog-faced enemy. Eternity, yes. Immortality, positivity, no adversity. The silent golden city, righteous supremacy, territory. Angelic gladiator, military, no monstrosity, atrocity, policy, but rather honesty, dignity, integrity, yes, honesty. Magnificent royalties, no calamity, extraordinary humility, spiritual remedy, friendly courtesy, no fallen angel philosophy.
For the dry bones in the valley. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you.
Intervention, intellectual concession, lesson, mathematical progression, session, atomic demonstration, provision, electron, neutron.
Spiritual remedy, friendly courtesy, no fallen angel philosophy, disorderly bureaucracy, yes, apostasy, insanity, stupidity, the judgment, volcanity, yes, hot lava, yes, burn down the enemy. The golden city, no limitation, infinity. No more 75 men humping and pumping on dirty booty scene. Yes, no more Jezebel, dead woman, vampire, selfish greed. No dishonesty, difficulty, hypocrisy, immaturity, uncertainty, captivity, drinking sweet, sweet wine. No more drinking coffee, covenant memory, sensitivity, family, bloodline, equality. Yes, no more uncertainty, generosity. Yes, no bestiality. Yes, demon quality, insanity, fraternity. Yes, monopoly, vanity, psychology, yes, obscurity, debauchery, abortion, vasectomy, enemy, prosperity, charity, sincerity, brain power therapy, supremacy. Define the lover of wisdom is a disciplined lifetime journey. Define the lover of wisdom is a disciplined lifetime journey.
For their wicked deeds, deformity, both need we, well-rounded barbarity, debauchery, monstrosity, earthly activity, cowardly, criminality, university, self-perpetually, conjectively.
Supremacy, define the lover of wisdom is a disciplined lifetime journey. Define the lover of wisdom is a disciplined lifetime journey. The sister Danielle Walker talker, tongue twister, sister. She blast down Brandon Johnson, crash down, smash down, tear down, burn down the wicked. The bottomless pit, Brandon Johnson, future holy, yes. Many souls screaming and bleeding from the demon heathen. The X-ray discernment, yes. The Zoron, wicked as hell, is another scum dog demon, yes. Dirty smell, the children of hell, yes. Oh well. The burn fire judgment, yes. The scorcher, torture, scorcher. The Most High put the burning flames on the wicked, yes. Butt cheeks, the Queen Jezebel, funky feet, syphilis, gonorrhea, bed sheets. Revolutionary immortality, yes. Angelic gladiator, celestial military. The angelic brethren, I say brotherly love. Revelation chapter 19 verse 17, Revelation chapter 10 verse 1. The mighty angelic brethren with feet like burning fire. It's me, the King Son Fire. You're a big fat liar. Zachariah, Jeremiah, the psychopathic maniac, renegade, rebellious, ratchet, rabies, yes, reality. Rambunctious, yes, rampage, violent vampire, fallen angel, demon incarnation, psychopolitical strategies, dark soul, philosophy, 20 men in the corner eating German shepherd dog feet, yes, the committee of Darth Vader, yes, evil hater, enemy. Those who have clarity, yes, knowledge of past tense, ancient history, yes, can perceive. Clarity, perception, yes, direction. That the world is going into the great abyss of darkness. To find her, the lover called wisdom, is a lifetime journey of the bitter and the sweet. A wise man will listen and increase learning. A fool man will diminish and get trapped inside the house of the burning. Yes, those who do not understand the importance of ancient history is guaranteed to repeat that same old condemnation. Yes, ancient history. The replication, situation, abomination, obligation, spiritual grave dead constipation. It equilibrium, castration, the nuclear bomb blast, radiation, your investigation, observation, yes, of today's concept of Christianity has been indoctrinated and invaded by the fallen angel, dogmatic, dog heretic philosophy. The importance of commentary, spoken word poetry is for the therapeutic therapy, brain cell, yes, resurrected connection for the cesspool of iniquity of today's 21st century. The arrogant people still have not learned from ancient biblical history the great valuable lesson from the ancient biblical history, from the evil, wicked ways of the ancient Canaanites enemies. Every day they walk to and fro, replication, duplication, the same old criminal murder, debauchery, bestiality. They love to copycat the ways of the parasites and biblical enemies. The selection of choice instead of benediction, dark soul demons. The choice of demon addiction, drug, fentanyl addiction, maniac, savage, murderer, crucifixion. The righteousness of ethical morality, rejection, debauchery, degenerate, Frankenstein, monster selected, disrespected, disease infected. The children of gonorrhea, dogmatic lips, the journey to find her, the love of wisdom. Requirements is humility, correction, yes, repentance. Sweetness, the golden gates, solid golden streets, golden city. Transparent illumination, revelation, righteous, yes, cohabitation. No more maniac, Jezebel, Frankenstein, fake marriages, abomination. To find her, the journey, she lover of wisdom is presented only for the dispensation operation. So to find her, the love of wisdom is the lifetime journey of sweetness and bitterness. If a man commit himself to her wisdom lover, he shall inherit great things in the final end. The she-lover wisdom will test you to see if you're worthy. To receive her sweetness, kisses inside the brain cells. She is disciplined by the righteous law. She is comfort to the widows. But if we are renegade rebels, she will give us over to our very own death trap, Darth Vader bear trapping. So to find the love of wisdom is a lifetime journey. To find the love of wisdom is a lifetime journey. To find the love of wisdom is a lifetime journey. To find the love of wisdom is a lifetime journey. To find the love of wisdom is a lifetime journey. So to find the love of wisdom is a lifetime journey. Lifetime journey.
Intellectual concession, lesson, mathematical progression, it'll make you stand up. It'll do the same thing for you that truth did for the dry bones in the valley. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you. Dry bones in the valley is talking about you.
She blast down the Brandon Johnson, crash down the smash down the tear down the burn down the wicked. The bottomless pit, Brandon Johnson, future homie, yes. Many souls screaming and bleeding from the demon heat. She blast down the Brandon Johnson, crash down the smash down the tear down the burn down the wicked. The bottomless pit, Brandon Johnson, future homie, yes. Many souls screaming and bleeding from the demon heathen. She blast down the Brandon Johnson, crash down the smash down the tear down the burn down the wicked. The bottomless pit.